Perth, which is going to be literally hours away. I'm going to try to stay up for it. I don't know about these guys. Joining me as always, Chucks, Beans, and Will. Full house.
Yellow.
How you guys doing?
Mm.
Um,
In a rare occasion, we get to have a full night's sleep before a pay-per-view.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to be the one that's like staying up for it this time.
Yeah.
At least attempt to. I should be able to. This should be a walk in the park for me. So, before
Was it 1 a.m. for you? Is it
I think 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. A bit of breaking news, though.
Yeah.
There we are. There's the music.
Randy Orton's injured, isn't he?
No, not quite.
Well, Randy.
Chuck's favorite fan here, the superfan Smiles, I should say, the green shirt guy, says, "I would love to be in Perth right now for WWE Chamber, but Pirates made sure that didn't happen. Hopefully I'll make it over to Australia next time." So he's not going to be there, Chuck.
He's not there.
There's been some talk about this pirate thing, hasn't there? About how the actual cell at the chamber or something.
The chambered cage wasn't allowed to go through the
Suez Canal.
Really?
Yeah, so they had to do some other form of sending a boat from Los Angeles or something.
All right, well, there you go. I thought Chuck's would have been a little bit more elated by that.
Yeah.
I don't really know what
Until you tune in a few hours and he's sat front row.
Yeah, you know what? That could happen. It could just be a ruse.
Gotcha. Never know.
Arr.
Arr. Yeah,
Anyway.
Pirates, big baby faces over here now.
It could all be a grand storyline to bring Paul Burchill back.
I was going to say that. Paul
Yeah.
Better.
From
he
swinging
still-
into front row.
Is he still wrestling? I wonder. I know he was like they pitched him that incest angle a while back.
Oh, he wants
They
Kitty
love
Gets.
these angles, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a theme there, wasn't it, back in the day?
Mm.
He returned from retirement in 2023.
Oh, he's on
Wrestling
he's on
for
NWA.
wrestling. NWA Power.
Oh.
Power. Arr. Arr.
Man, NWA had something going for it, and then they kind of ruined it. Not gonna lie.
Ellen Knight was a big part of that, wasn't
Was he on NWA?
What was he
Who
called?
was that, sorry?
Ellen Knight, but he wasn't called Ellen Knight. He was called was it Eli Drake.
Eli Drake back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was the one that Nick Aldis was championing for a bit.
I was just
wasn't
going to say he
Long
was
time,
around
yeah.
that as well.
They changed up the theme. It wasn't that what the hell was it? It was like that heavy rock metal theme that they originally had, and then when they took that hiatus, they came back with something different. I was like, nah, this kills the vibe. And ever since then, I just like stopped watching it.
Do you remember seeing a clip of LA Knight was doing a promo, and there was him. Wade Barrett was on commentary,
Yeah.
and Nick Aldis turned off. It was like an episode of SmackDown, just about 5 years ago.
Okay. I remember. Eli Drake was always kind of like he had like I feel like the it factor when he was in TNA.
Mm.
And like this guy is like destined to be something. And then the whole like thing kind of caught on. And I think even he said in like one of the interviews with Chris Van Vliet that he could just kind of he hung around way too long in Impact Wrestling at the time, and that's when he decided to make the jump. And he got a second chance at WWE at the right time because apparently Vince didn't like him, and then Vince gets ousted the first time, and Eli Drake makes the second coming into LA Knight, yada yada yada. The rest is history, so to speak.
before I forget, guys, as well.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Hey.
Well, I'm glad you did that because I kind of. There we go.
Hey.
So it's a Mountain Dew Live Wire, for the record.
Mine's just a Pepsi Max, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I have a,
No grog. No bottle of rum, me hearties.
I have a regular Pepsi.
I've still got one of my little whiskey.
Think you walk the
bottles
plank,
left,
you scurvy dogs.
which, you know, at a glance could look like something from the pirate world.
When's Talk Like a Pirate Day? Is that in September?
That's in September, yeah. Talk.
That's a thing.
A pirate
Oh, of
day,
course
yeah.
it's a thing.
September
yeah.
19th.
Everything's got a day on it. Jesus.
September 19th, 2024. This year.
Today is Syphilis Saturday.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Well, everything has a day at some point.
It is
Pirates did get a lot of syphilis, I believe.
Syphilis Saturday. Okay.
Oh my god. If this turns out to be a thing.
Syphilis Awareness Day. We got no
Symptoms and
signs of syphilis.
No, I think you can make this into a day, Beans.
I think we
No,
should.
you're alright.
Yeah.
If you would like to, by all means, you can have it.
You still do a thing on Twitter, on Facebook. You used to be able to change the language to pirates.
It's a pirate, yeah, that's true.
That's pretty good.
You think that's when Facebook peaked?
Arr,
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not really
those
looking
were the
like that.
days.
Those were the days. SmackDown's taped, by the way, and sorry for the intrusion, if you will. But because of the timing issue of the pay-per-view and everything, we're doing it on Friday here. So that's why
All the Australians and the time zones.
Yeah. We weren't here last week because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. Funnily enough, Collision wasn't on last week either. They got bumped by
really?
the NBA All-Star game.
Didn't even know
Alright.
it was
Oh,
on.
we're going to say that sounds like something really serious, but no, it's just... we'll
Well-
leave it this week.
If the show was any good and wasn't just like 90% filler, it probably would be a bigger news that like, oh, Collision got preempted this week, yada yada.
I was just going to say, what did they do? Just move it back or show it another night?
They just didn't have it. They just didn't tape it for whatever
Alright.
reason. It was just pretty much Dynamite and Rampage. And then everything's back into its normal time slots this week, so I just wanted to point that out.
Did I see that? We're going a little bit forward now, but I mean, they could change it in between now and then, but did they release the schedule like the next month or so?
What do you mean?
They're due to be showing Collision on the night of WrestleMania, night one.
Dude, they're gonna get creamed.
I know what I want to tune into.
They're gonna get fucking creamed.
That just sounds like a terrible decision. You could put the best Collision on ever, and no one's watching it that night.
Yeah.
Yep.
For real.
Yeah, no, if you tune in for it, it's just going to come up at the start and say, I'm sorry, this was a slight mishap on our part. We've got nothing to show you. There is absolutely no point. But thank you if you've seen this notice.
They've got to move that. I think they're actually taping the show as well. I think it's going to be taped on the Wednesday with Dynamite. So they've got to move that show. They can't go head to head with Mania. They get absolutely annihilated.
Mhm.
I mean, to
Anyway.
be fair, there's a lot of stuff in there that, in the world, I think, that if it was on the same night as WrestleMania, they'd consider moving it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, there's foul weather at WrestleMania and they have to delay it.
Or should we all switch over to Collision for
Yeah.
an hour?
Yeah. Can you imagine it? Mania, they put on Collision on the Titantrons.
That
Whilst
actually would be
there's
pretty
a
funny.
bad weather delay, we thought we'd show you some of our competition and how terrible it is.
That'd be kind of funny. I would even if WrestleMania gets like rain delayed or whatever, I don't know if I would be compelled enough to make the switch to a Collision. I might. I don't know.
No, you're not
I
just...
don't think anyone would. Like I
It
say,
would-
you could have the best Collision card ever, and I don't think they still get anyone watching.
Tune in to see somebody like Oliver Boneworth in their debut match against like Edge or Adam Copeland in the Copeland Challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Zach Brewster, hometown hero, getting their first match, which is, I mean, that's fine, but like when you have an entire show just like nothing but that, And that's what it feels like most of the time. Is like, oh, here's an enhancement talent from somewhere. It's like, hey, okay, well, I know who's winning.
Is there actually any potential for bad weather in Philadelphia at that time of year?
I mean, it's an
I
El
did
Nino
see
year.
when it was announced that someone did say, it could be cold. Did
I
they
know
get
it's
cold
not
weather
like
up there?
yeah.
When's WrestleMania here? Let's see.
It's one of those, isn't it, where it's
April the 8th and 9th, I think it is.
6 and 7.
6 and 7.
Close enough.
Anyway.
That's it could be. I don't think April Philadelphia weather. Oh, that's not bad. 66 degrees. Apparently,
Starting
8 days of rain somewhere. I don't know. I think they might be all right. Is it cold in
because it is an
Philadelphia?
outdoor stadium, isn't it? The Eagles
Yeah.
as well. It's not got a roof
Yeah,
or
it's
anything, has it?
not covered at all, no.
Okay. Daytime high temperatures will average around 59 to 61. That's still pretty comfortable. Early in April, warming to 67 to 69 near the end of the month. A few of the warmer afternoons, especially late in the month, can reach up to 81. Okay. Yeah, so I think they're fine. When we get closer to April, then we're like basically a week away. Maybe something to keep an eye on the weather there. So.
I want them to do a WrestleMania in Alaska. I want snow everywhere.
I think, wasn't the talk that next year, I haven't announced it yet, there was talk Minnesota could be getting it next year.
We gotta have Jesse Ventura for that one.
I'm going to say that's a bit risky, isn't it?
A lot of people have said it because they get real horrible weather there, don't they? It's it could be a bit risky there. If they're going to do it there, surely they've got to do it inside, indoor arena.
Is Minnesota supposed to be getting a new stadium, Smoot? The Vikings.
That I don't know.
The Vikings. The bane of
I don't know.
many a
It
pirate.
just rung a bell when you said it. Then I was wondering whether they might have a venue that does have a roof coming up in future years that they potentially could use.
Is that new, that US Bank Stadium?
Yeah, this is in 2016.
Okay.
I mean, they had that one stadium.
Oh, they had
with
the one with the roof that
collapse,
came in.
Yeah. And I think that's when they made this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, when all snow came in. See, now that would have been cool for Mania.
Have somebody come in on
everyone just thinking it's part of the show as the ring gets completely buried by snow.
I think Sting's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sting!
It's Sting! No, it's not. It's just snow.
He brought all the snow with him.
No, he retired. He's done.
Oh god, we can get into that a little bit later. Should we get
This
into
could be
the
why
predicting
they won't do it here, because they can't rely on the weather, can they, really?
I mean, anything's possible. You can't predict Mother Nature. That's what they usually say.
I mean, you could have some serious rain. It wouldn't stop either. Once it starts here, don't
if they do it over here, it'd just be misty, foggy, and some drizzle. Typical.
Oh.
Get you completely soaked and wet through, but doesn't look like it's doing anything when you watch it on TV.
Yeah.
True.
They could have Snoop Dogg make an appearance with an umbrella for drizzle.
Oh god.
But hold on, I think I have one of those. Hold on. Hang on. Hang on.
I don't think you should.
There we are.
Hey!
It was very
I don't
late.
think he deserved it.
I liked it.
Delayed.
I think he did.
It's good.
No, it was the Fatim infused laugh afterwards that destroyed it.
Yar,
Somebody's gonna laugh at it.
Is that your gimmick for the rest of the night? You're going to be a
I
pirate?
was just gonna say.
What if Chucks is the super fan? What if he happens to just be the same green shirt smiley guy?
Yeah.
That was me the whole time.
Maybe he's the pirate that prevented him from getting over to Australia.
I've booked myself into every role in this whole story. I was the Smiles guy. I was the pirate. I was the Suez Canal pirates who didn't let them through. I was the Elimination Chamber cage. All 6 pods. Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah,
wild.
imagine
That, like, real life
Imagine the
pirates
taking over that ship, thinking, "Oh, we've got a good haul here."
Yeah.
And then they open it up, and it's just a lot of metal.
Yeah.
They've got the world's biggest fishing net.
How let me do with this?
Yeah, great, we got a prison cell. The same thing that we'll probably get when they actually get it back.
Send it back. No, okay, we don't want this.
Yeah. That's kind of wild.
That was not the booty they were expecting.
No, it was not.
Did anyone see our Truth social media post?
I did. He's in Austria.
Jesus.
Where you all at? Rena's empty.
How's it taken this long for our truth to get funny?
Great
He
question.
says to the driver at the end, he went, "Can you take me to the area port?"
Should we get into the predictions?
Yeah, but if we're going chronologically, which we usually do, we should probably have a little look at No Surrender, the TNA pay-per-view, which for some reason is on tonight.
Oh my
really?
God.
Seems like whatever we do, we collide with a pay-per-view. Even when we try and avoid pay-per-views, we go head-to-head with pay-per-views.
Friday pay-per-views. Is that all of it?
Friday pay-per-view on TNA Plus. Yeah. With a main event of Chris
this
Sabin
not
versus
just a
Mustafa
rerun?
Ali.
Or something they recorded 6 months ago. That
Well,
they're claiming is in the future. I'm sorry, they don't pull their shenanigans anymore, do they?
They don't want it.
I don't know. Maybe. Not sure.
I mean, Chuck's is kind of putting the cart before the horse here, but or ahead of the horse, however that expression goes. But
No,
should we
pirates
check in?
use ships, not horses.
Oh, God. Let's check in.
Putting the rudder before the bow.
Let's check in and see if TNA is still in business. Let's see.
Oh,
Something tells me. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong slide.
Yay!
Oh, Chuck.
Woo!
Yeah, Chuck's is the winner apparently.
I
That's
never
the-
got that!
Well, you didn't win this year, so. Hey, there we are. Yeah, it's showing
Well,
business.
that
There we
said
go.
2023 on it, and not this year.
Yeah.
And I was already screwed before I even knew it were happening.
Anyway. Yeah, TNA's still in business despite firing Scott D'Amore. Yeah, a lot of people within the company apparently really are trying to get him back in if possible, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Not gonna lie, I'm bobbing my head along to the music.
It's pretty good. Arguably our best segment ever. Yeah. If you want to take a look at No Surrender, sure. I mean, that's not the one I was that we had queued up or anything.
I just want to draw attention to the fact that there's a Friday pay-per-view for the first time ever.
Yeah, I mean they're breaking ground.
they're going
No,
head
not
to head with
breaking ground. That
SmackDown
was
as well.
TNA, NXT.
But
Hey.
that drum
2024,
away.
No Surrender. We've got Moose versus Alex Shelley for the TNA. Well, it's a No Surrender rules match. I don't know what that is. I was throwing
Not a
the
Coronation
towel
Street
match.
fight.
Submission. Not a Coronation Street fight.
Sorry, that was referenced before we came live. Just realised that no one will understand.
Jordan Grace, fresh off a Rumble appearance, is defending the Knockouts World title against Giselle Shaw. We got Josh Alexander, Simon Gotch, who has his name. That's strange.
trademark ran out probably.
I guess so. They didn't grab it back. The Grizzled Young
Why would
Vets
they?
are back, so I guess the schism is done in NXT.
Yeah, they turned up at what was the big show? When did the first TNA show when they went back again? They turned up there.
Got to be honest, I find it rather strange just looking at a graphic of Chris Sabin in an X Division Championship match in 2024.
Yeah, and Shelley in the World title match. They're
That's
still
pretty
going
mad.
strong.
That.
I've just seen this graphic on their website, and for a minute there, I thought this was an actual match. I don't know if I can get you an actual. Oh, can you? Sorry, one
You've got
second.
PCO as a zombie there versus Con, who is Conor O'Brien from NXT 1, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The guy
If
who was on
the rat guy?
Tough Enough and like rats and cheese.
Yeah.
They've set that up like all the other match graphics.
Yeah, it looks like it's a 2-on-1. That's pretty funny. What else we got here? Mike Bailey and Trent Seven against the Rascals.
Eric Young is still around.
That's a lot of matches.
Eddie Edwards. He's put on some weight. I'm surprised he's still in the game here.
Frankie Kazarian.
Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. Yeah.
Eric Young's another one I'm kind
Young.
of surprised.
Trent Seven, wasn't he in the old group with them?
Mustache Mountain.
That's it. Pete Dunham, Tyler Bate, wasn't it? That's right.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll give the title to Mustafa Ali since he's the WWE guy. Because that was kind of like...
I think they will.
Because that's
They've
always been like...
made that the main event over the world title, no surrender rules match, so I think it's probably where they're going.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a thing. That'll be going on
That is a
probably right now.
Right about
Very
now.
He's not
soon,
still got
maybe.
Josh Matthews on commentary.
No.
No, it was those guys. It was Tom Hannafan and
Yeah.
who was the other guy?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Rewalt there.
Tom
Matt
Hannafan.
Rewalt.
Tom Hannafan, not Phillips.
Yeah.
Disgraced Tom Hannafan.
Disgraced.
Yeah.
Why would he do?
Oh, he texted some stuff, didn't he, while he was on an airplane?
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
I forgot about that.
He did indeed.
He wanted to
Did.
he wanted to dick down some lady or whatever, right? Basically.
Oh my god.
I mean that's that's pretty much
He did,
what it was.
and he said it was going to be 4 hours or something until he landed, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a problem if it lasts that long.
He was also
Go
like
see a doctor,
yeah. That and he's like already married. So
and he was already married.
you know.
A girl
Wait,
in
if-
every port. That's what we say it's a pirate.
I was just going to say, in fairness to him, it's probably
God.
the least of things that's happened in wrestling lately. I think he's getting off quite lightly there.
Yeah.
You know, think of
Takes you off quite lightly. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Right, no surrender. No surrender. We're done with no surrender.
Let's have no escape.
Let's have from no surrender to no escape. What a transition. Amazing.
We can't call it Elimination Chambers in Germany.
Are you in Germany? Are you meeting our truth over that way?
Yeah, that's where he's going now.
I was going to say, if he's set off for the right place, he's probably going wrong direction and going through Germany now.
Alrighty. Here, let me get the music for this up and running here. Okay, here we go.
All
So I should
right.
have done it just as a real funny joke in me, and I should have done it first time. Should have done these graphics upside down, shouldn't
Oh man,
Wait, what?
it's
Opportunity
Australia.
is there.
Oh.
I? Down under, I think.
Okay, hold on. Maybe okay, hold on. Maybe we can do something. Maybe we can do something. Hold on.
The moment's gone now.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey!
There you go.
Perfect. Perfect.
Just for the Australian fans watching.
It's going to make predictions very difficult for me.
Right, should we kick off with the kickoff?
Sure.
We have the women's tag titles being defended. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, currently the champions. They're defending against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae,
Yeah.
who may have been champions recently. I lose track. I think they there's been a lot of title changes over the last few
don't
months.
think they were. You might be wrong, but I don't think they were.
I might be wrong. I might
Yeah, I
be
was going
wrong.
to say it was the other ones who were the women's tag champs.
It was Katana Chance and Kaden
That's the
Carter.
one.
Oh, Chelsea Green. I
Clubbing
think, is who I
girls.
was thinking of. Yeah.
Every time they did a promo, for some reason, they were in a club.
Who are the champs heading into this?
Kabuki Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors. Yeah.
Apparently they have the other Damage Control, Io Sky, with them at ringside.
I'm going to predict Kabuki Warriors. I don't think it makes sense for them to lose to...
Yeah, this was. There's been no build to this. Well, there's a couple of backstage segments, but nothing major. And it was announced, I think yesterday or the day before, on Twitter. Sorry, X. So yeah, I don't. It's been a bit of an afterthought. This one, I think.
X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah. You have to say that these days.
You have to say the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what
It's
everybody
a new name
says.
for Twitter.
Yeah, I'm going with Kabuki's as well.
Yeah, me too. Kabuki Warriors to retain.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Clean sweep for the Kabukis.
Jesus.
What are we gonna do here? Do we end with the? I usually save the title matches till last, but the chamber is kind of what this is all about. So maybe
Apparently there
Oh,
is.
it's going to be the main event now.
yeah,
Yeah.
it probably is. So I'm gonna turn it on its head because we're down under. We're in Australia. Let's do things upside down.
Oh, wait,
And-
right.
In Perth. Tag titles. Let's do the other tag titles. We've got the undisputed men's tag titles being defended by the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest against the new Catch Republic.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
That was Tyler Bates' idea. Yeah, backstage.
To
segment
come up
last
with
week.
the worst tag team name I've ever heard of?
Yeah, that's me.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's not the
Worst
best.
tag team name now, and my mind's gone completely blank. I don't understand, why did they keep calling Tyler Bates a big boy?
Tyler Big Boy Bait. That sounds really bad.
Hey, honestly, I watched... No, I haven't seen Raw from this week, and obviously I haven't seen SmackDown with Raw now. Yeah, on the last SmackDown when I watched it and they were on, it was just like, oh my word, they just do not stop saying it. And I'm like, why are you calling him this? This is not a good thing.
Are they just saying he's a big boy?
When you were in NXT
Not that
UK. Well, no, that was his thing, wasn't it? When in NXT UK, he was called the Big Strong Boy.
Right.
Because.
I don't remember any of this, so it just seemed strange.
That sounds even
I
worse,
felt like
gotta be
Vince had
honest.
just popped his head round corner in a meeting and said, yep, he's a big boy.
Well, I think it's a bit of a, what's the word? It's a bit of an in-joke, because he obviously doesn't look like a big strong guy, so that's where
Yeah,
it's come from.
I get it, but yeah, there's still other... Kind of feels like there's other connotations to the name, but there we go.
Oh yeah,
There's a
it's
whole section about it on his wiki page.
Really?
Professional wrestling style is the section. It says, Bate, despite his small stature, is renowned for his strength and power moves, often performing multiple delayed deadlift suplexes, including bridging belly to back, bridging German, and exploder variations. He's also been known to utilize an aeroplane spin and giant swing, occasionally on multiple opponents at the same time. This has earned him the nickname the Big Strong Boy. B-O-I, by the way. Boy.
yeah.
Do you think Tyler Bates wrote that bit on Wikipedia?
He might not have.
Probably.
Either that or Pete Dunne did.
He's a vegan.
I'm
So-
picking Judgment Day for this one.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
who are
think
the
it makes
champs?
sense to give the babyface champions.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day of Champs coming in.
Yeah, I'm going with Judgment
I
Day.
don't think it makes sense giving them the title just before Mania. If you're going to give it them, delay it a month.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's still talks that eventually they're going to end up splitting the titles up again.
Well, I mean, they are walking around with 2 belts each.
Yeah.
Still, it's just. I mean, how long have they been together now?
Years.
Since the
It has
Usos.
been years, because
Yeah.
I remember Usos walking around, and that was before Bloodline.
That's right.
Yeah, well, they unified them.
Yeah. So.
They don't need to split the titles again though. They could just only carry around one set of belts.
Well,
Just
yeah.
have that be the
Yeah,
title
just
belt.
change the
That would be
design.
fine.
Have tag champs. That's it.
There's not so many great tag teams that you need two divisions. It's fine as it is.
There was a story not so long ago that apparently there was new tag belts ready to go. So much to the point they were there, they were the backstage every week. Apparently, they've all been approved by whoever approves these things. Yeah, and they obviously just haven't pulled the plug on it yet, but apparently they are ready to go.
So it's just left them in a cupboard.
I think I even read that they even had someone, because obviously they have to test out whether they look good on TV and all that kind of stuff, don't they? So they even did like a screen test or something. They had someone go out and before a show and see what it looked like on the screen and everything.
Did a macho man.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The Screen Test Championship.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this one. It probably will be the Judgment Day. I think that's who I'm going to go with, but I could see them doing the change here. New Catch Republic, they're a new team, just been made, got a new name. Maybe they want to start them off strong.
I think they've got to get screwed. Somehow.
They gotta get a better name than the New Cash Republic or whatever the hell you just said.
Well, they should have gone with their old name, I think, when they were the same, when they were a team with what's his name, the guy from TNA there, Trent Seven.
British Strong Style.
British Strong Style, yeah. That's a great name. One Mustache Mountain.
I can see it happening. It kind of depends on what they want to do with Damian Priest at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If they want to free him up for something else, then they lose it. But I kind of...
Does he still have the case?
He still has the case, as far as I know.
He does. He hasn't got long to get rid of her,
times, but never actually cashed it.
Yeah, this is always the way, isn't it?
He just runs out of time.
So I'm thinking he maybe loses them at WrestleMania and then later that night cashes in. They like to do that one quite a lot.
Yeah.
So that could be it. Yeah, Judgment Day to win. One more title match is the Women's World Title, which is with Rhea Ripley at the moment. She is defending against Nia Jax.
This is the main event.
This could be the main event.
They've already said it's going to be.
Yeah. So it's
This is main eventing over both Elimination Chamber matches?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Not Nia Jax?
Yeah. Rhea Ripley though, isn't it?
How she's in
They're
a
looking for her to get that
Okay.
that Bad Bunny reaction from Puerto Rico.
Well, we had the tweet from the superfan guy on the screen. The little emoji next to the hashtag was Rhea Ripley. So
Yeah, it's picture of Rhea, yeah.
So I'll put that up once again here. If I can find it. There we are. Yeah, see?
Oh, that's Rhea. Yeah.
It's gotta be Rhea, on it. Hometown, home country.
Yeah, Vince isn't running the show anymore. Rhea.
No. Although I say that about being Rhea's home country. I was looking when I was doing the card graphics. I was on the wiki. I didn't know Nia Jax was actually born in Sydney.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. She's actually technically on home soil herself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Australian American.
That is true. I didn't know that.
Right.
So they're both Australian. Maybe that's why this is being put together. I still think Rhea's winning though.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, it would be weird if they went with Nia Jax as the champion here.
Yeah.
And then like, maybe they'll do that, and then at Mania they have like Jade Cargill face her or whatever. Oh no, who won? Oh, Bailey, right?
Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey's going after Io though, isn't she?
Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, then have Jade do it. Jade versus
See,
Nia Jax.
they're already kind of teasing it. They did it at the Mania event the other week, didn't they? They're doing Becky and Rhea.
Yeah.
They're already kind of teasing that, so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll get to that. Is Rhea gonna... who are we waiting for? Smoke Beans. Who is Rhea gonna last until WrestleMania?
Yeah, sure. Rhea.
Champion? Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
as champion? Yeah.
Yeah. Or is she gonna get injured?
Oh, God, don't.
Alright. So, well, predicting the same thing.
Sorry.
Which is in.
Isn't that normally the case with Elimination Chamber pay-per-views? Normally it's fairly obvious what's going to happen, but they're normally pretty good shows.
I'm going to throw a spanner in the works with that actually. Can I change my
Absolutely.
tag?
Why is
tag
Smoke's
match?
prediction so small?
Yeah, alright.
It was used for something else,
He's
alright?
ashamed of his pick, that's what it is.
Only saying it quietly, he's not too sure. You're gonna change your pick?
Yeah, I'm going to change the tag match. The Judgment Day. I'm going to go for the new Cat Republic.
Yeah, I think you might be right there.
You can... oh, God. That's such a dog shit name. I'm sorry.
It is a bit.
He was so proud of it when he said it on SmackDown.
Yeah, because nobody was there to tell him. Mate, this is a shite name.
Catch.
Catching.
Oh, that's even worse. What the fuck?
They could be British strong style because that's Nakamura's thing.
Well, then have them in the group. They're not doing anything with them right now.
Call
Don't
them
know
the
if you
Brawling
noticed.
Brutes. Why could they not still be the Brawling Brutes?
I don't know if you know, Smooth. Nakamura's not British.
But he's the king of strong style. That's the thing. I know he's not British.
But he is royalty. He's the king. We have a king.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe not for
That's
much
true.
longer, but we have a king for now. And
Oh my God!
Look, Chuck's ain't wrong on that. I saw the sausage fingers.
I'm not arguing the legitimacy of it, I just want to said it.
you would you say all sorts of things.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I'm
thinking
trying to
it.
think actually. I listened to the last show because I couldn't make the last one because I wasn't well and I can't remember what the hell it was. I meant to write it down. There was something you said
say
on
something
that show.
about
That-
you.
Probably.
About sausage
It was either
fingers?
about me or it was. No, I seem to remember thinking, hang on a minute, I get told that I can't. I say some dodgy things, and you had a right. There was a dodgy comment said somewhere.
I'm sure you're making it up. I never say a dodgy comment.
Sad thing is I didn't back up my own evidence on this, so
Yeah, didn't happen. Picture it didn't
No.
happen.
I have to re-listen to the show.
Yeah, give us more listens.
Yeah.
Ah.
More views. More, well, nothing, we don't get any money, but, you know. Be nice.
Won't do if you keep talking about the king like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
leave,
he's gonna kick me off of YouTube.
leave King Sausage Fingers alone.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You
I
would
don't
have
think
to
you'd mind
have
that.
freaky fingers, aren't
He'd just be grateful that it's not another comment about his ears.
you? Really? I'd rather have my ears called than the fingers. Look at the state of them.
Oh my god, they really I never noticed that.
You've never noticed his hands?
No.
No,
Just
I
like
know he
bags
did,
of
like,
liquid.
Well, I'm not wrong.
He's
King
got,
Charles Sausage Fingers
cat-
mystery solved as Dr. something.
I want to see the rest of that story.
He's retaining fluid in his hands, surely.
Yeah,
Jesus
it
Christ.
just looks like. Yeah, it's horrible.
They do look really overinflated.
It looks so painful.
He joked about
Yeah.
his sausage fingers after getting off a long haul flight to Australia. See, it all ties in.
This is the Irish Mirror, by the way.
Irish Mirror.
Yeah. Speculators by all. Okay.
Okay, so there are many potential causes of the sausage fingers.
He said it on there. It's a condition.
Jesus.
Well, we know. They didn't say what the condition is.
I'm
Arthritis,
sure that
milk,
I've
bacterial
read
infections,
somewhere
even
that-
TB.
No.
Tuberculosis?
Yeah, I don't think he's got tuberculosis.
It's like a variation on Raynaud's disease, I think.
High salt levels.
Dactylitis is the name for severe swelling that affects your fingers. He jokes about his sausage fingers, so he's okay with it. He's fine.
You'd just be playing up with it, wouldn't you? And like doing really weird waves and things to paparazzi with them.
Never
Hello?
confirmed.
He made a joke about them after Prince William was born.
Yeah.
He was born in what, 81 or something?
Yeah, he has had them for as long as I can remember.
He really does look surprisingly
it looks
appetizing
worse
and
as
has
he's got
sausage
older.
fingers just like mine. Wow. Jeez.
But it's when you look at his jewellery on his hand and you just think, yeah, that if you ever want to take that ring off, it's going to involve a fireman with the jaws of life.
Yeah, like that one right there. Like, god damn. Like, look
Yeah,
at that.
you're
That
never
thing's like.
taking that ring off.
Yeah, you gotta like.
Yeah, that's on there.
You can't even Crisco it and just fucking lube it out of there. Like you're fucked. That thing is just a part of you now.
You could Crisco it and then fry his hands in a pan and make a nice breakfast.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Get it? Because he has sausage hands. Alright, moving on.
Just don't ask where you get the eggs. Let's do the women's elimination chamber first. This is for a title match against the winner of the previous match, who we all think is going to be Rhea. Is it going to be Becky Lynch?
Will it be that obvious? Yeah, I'm going back.
Probably, yeah. For the sake of, I don't know, whatever. Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Raquel Rodriguez round out the field. But I think
Is the entire field named? Isn't it like a surprise entrance?
no surprise entrance. No Jade.
There was a battle royal on Raw for the last spot, which was won by Raquel Rodriguez. A returning Raquel Rodriguez. She's been missing for a few months.
Yeah.
No, she's back.
She's back. The back's
Sure.
back.
Will she end up like turning on Liv Morgan because weren't she friends with her? What the hell was the drum for?
Because she's back.
Raquel's back.
She's got a big back.
Got a big back,
sorry,
yeah.
I forgot she's the one that dislocates her shoulders, isn't she?
She was in quite a bad way. She had some sort of skin. She was all over Twitter. Some sort of skin problem. She was. All the skin was coming up in like big blotches. And
Oh, I think I saw something. Yeah, it was
it looked quite
like
nasty
a
actually.
psoriasis, like
Something like that, yeah.
Psoriasis attack or something.
But she's I think she said she's not sure what it was. That she's been to all kind of doctors and no one knows what it is.
Are her fingers okay?
Don't know. I'll ask her.
As long as she's still got knuckles in her fingers, that's the main thing. Becky Lynch, everyone, I think, is just write them in. Becky, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be in it really. I think. Can't see anyone else.
I can't see anyone else from that.
Bianca maybe, but if they're already
Interesting that they're giving Tiffany Stratton this is her first big match in the main roster.
yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
There always seems to
I
be
bet-
someone in a
for
chamber
a bonus
who's like,
point, I reckon that Tiffany Stratton will probably start the match because it seems like one of them.
Maybe
options
Liv
to
and
give
Tiffany.
her, a decent run in.
Yeah, maybe Liv and Tiffany started off or something like that. Warm up
Yeah,
the match
shit,
and then let the big stars come in one by one.
Would it be Tiffy time?
No.
Okay.
No. It's gonna be like 3 in the fucking morning for me. It is not no goddamn Tiffy time. Okay?
The more that we're going through this, the more smooth thinking I can wait till tomorrow to watch this.
I don't need to see it live.
I mean, I was kind of hyped, but judging from how predictable this is turning out to be, I just might just skip it. I don't know. We'll see.
Starts in 8 hours, 20 minutes.
And I'll probably still be awake, but still.
All right, main event. Probably not main event. Definitely not main event. But
Probably first match on the card.
thought it might be. The men's Elimination Chamber match has Logan Paul in it,
Boo!
as
Fuck
well
him.
as
Fuck
Kevin
him.
Owens, with whom he is feuding, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, and my pick, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Oh no. the whole thing. Drew McIntyre.
I'm wondering whether they're going to go down the route of getting Sami Zayn involved in the main event,
Why?
Seth Rollins and Drew.
Ugh.
Good say.
Do it as a triple threat.
So this is for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah, so the winner of this face.
For sure, Seth Rollins, yeah.
On a bum leg.
Do you think he's going to be okay by me, you know?
I think it'll be compromised. We'll see.
Well, he
yeah.
did that before with his match against Triple H, remember? That he was on a bum knee then, and they didn't clear him. So it was an unsanctioned match instead. And then the Raw the next night, his knee was fine. So it was fine, he just came back. That was a great story.
Oh, go Randy Orton.
Randy Orton
Oh, really? Okay.
out
Oh,
of
no.
nowhere. Alright, cool.
Anybody but Logan Paul in this bullshit match. It's not a bullshit match. Fuck Logan Paul.
I'm going to go for McIntyre, but as he's been calling himself a few times lately, he's called himself DM Hunk.
Yeah.
I'm putting it down. Putting it down. Beans.
I'm going to go through as well, I'm afraid.
DM Hunk.
So that's it. that whole show. We've got 2 predictions that are
That's more really, isn't it?
Beans, I can tell you, you will finish this one 3 points behind me. And whatever you do, make sure you sign up for the WWE Network or Peacock or whatever, because piracy is a crime.
Can we deduct points off him for that?
No, but that was a funny joke.
That was a funny joke.
Piracy is a crime. Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a funny joke.
Smooth, you let the side down.
Wait, what? Upside down? What? Okay, hold on.
There's also apparently
There you
a Grayson Waller show
There is.
with Cody and Seth Rollins.
Do you think that Rock and Roman are going to be on this?
No.
Apparently the Rock isn't there, he hasn't flew over. Roman said he wasn't going, but don't know, possible. But no, I
Are
don't
we
think...
doing bonus questions just for the kicks?
What's your bonus question?
Go on, yeah.
Is The Undertaker going to be on the show?
No.
I couldn't give a flying fuck if he is.
So he's there, I guess. We saw him arriving with Triple H's skinny legs. So
he was
Jesus.
doing his show in Perth last night.
oh yeah, okay.
That's why he's there.
I'm with Chucks. I don't know why he didn't call it Dead Man Talking, because that's such a better podcast name than anything. Like it
What is
really
it called?
bothers me that he didn't call it that.
It's something
What's it
really
actually
lame
called?
in it. What?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube here. Undertaker podcast.
It's
Yes,
called The
it's 6
Undertaker
feet
Talk
under.
Show.
6 feet under.
Yeah, with Mark Calloway.
That sucks.
Yeah, like come on, Dead Man Talking.
He's also doing. If you go to his actual channel page, he's doing the YouTube classic
Oh yeah, the
silly
soy face
thumbnails.
one. Yeah. Oh, there was one that I think it might be like a highlight channel or something, but it was just him with like, whoa.
There was sort of by latest. They're not the latest ones, are they?
Yeah, I think they're default, aren't they? To latest 5 hours ago.
Oh yeah, they must have changed them then.
Maybe.
There was one where he was reacting to something. He had a shocked face on him.
Yeah.
Oh god, even Undertaker's doing like the soy
Yeah.
face meme. Great. Undertaker's soy.
There he is.
That's him screaming.
Shout out H2.
What the hell is that about?
So have they've changed that one?
I believe so. Yeah.
Changed them all bad looks for you.
Yeah. No views 1 minute ago. Wow. Yeah. So they
Yeah,
just
there it
changed.
is.
Yeah. So they changed it to just like a. Yeah, it's just.
A much cooler picture of him.
They should have stuck with the soy one. I'm sorry. The other one was better. I like the. I don't know. Like, just something about it is kind of amusing to me. I know Mick Foley was kind of like against him, like being on social media a long time ago, because it just kind of breaks the illusion of him being like a dead man. But I don't know. It's funny. I like
In
it.
the year 2024, and he's 50 odd years old.
Yeah.
Like, good lord, how long do you expect him to keep the gimmick alive, Mick?
Yeah. True. Now, you said something about bonus questions here. Hold on.
All of these are like short clips. Has he done any actual? Oh, there's a Tampa podcast. He's
What?
done 3.
What if he just does a fake podcast like some of these other people?
There's only 2 episodes of the real thing, and then one of them is a clip.
He's
as
in
well.
touch
So
with the youth of today. He's doing things that are quick and snappy. Short
He only
attention
started that a
spans.
couple of weeks ago though, so depends how often he's doing them.
Yeah, I guess. All these other clips are just him saying some stuff.
If it's any sort of any news to you, I've got SmackDown on screen here, and Dunn and Bate have just come off. They're having a match with someone. They haven't come out yet. But they're actually just being billed as Tyler Dunn and Tyler Dunn. Fucking hell. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunn. So there's no sign of that new name. Maybe they're not using it.
That was on
Yeah.
the same night where he mentioned it, though, weren't it?
It was,
Because
true,
it's where
right,
it was taped, so.
But even on the Elimination Chamber graphics, it still says Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. So maybe they realised it's a horrible name.
Yeah, it is.
He was so proud of it when he said it. Bless him.
He was.
It's an honest to God terrible name. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Dominic and JD they're having a match with.
Oh yeah, they were the ones that interrupted. Dominic was, weren't he? He was the one that interrupted him when he was talking about the name.
Are we talking about the shows? Are we going to go on to that?
I thought. Well, Beans brought up the bonus question idea.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
Did you
No,
have
no, I
one?
was just
No, it
thinking,
was-
like, obviously the Undertaker was one, and I wondered whether possibly Rock and Roman was going to show up in the Grayson Waller bit, but have they got?
Nah.
Surely they
See it
must have
myself.
something else planned to. So have they got any Australian celebrity there that's going to get involved in anything, or?
Who's an
No,
Australian
shame.
celebrity that's like relevant now? Wolverine,
Cricketer or someone?
the cricketer. Yeah.
Jason Donovan.
I'm pretty sure I said who's relevant now. I might not.
I've got to be honest, I don't care if it's on it. The greatest time for me in the world if Jason Donovan walks out and turning it off.
Yeah.
I don't know who Jason.
What if he's
Donovan
with
is, I'm
Kylie?
sorry.
though? What if it's Jason and Kylie together?
That's
Especially
even
for you.
worse for me.
So yeah, will there be any cameo appearances like Undertaker, Rock?
Not
I think
sure about-
Undertaker could. He's there.
Okay.
Can't see it myself, but possible.
Depends
Not so
whether
much
his
on-
bike was inside the chamber that got taken by pirates.
Yeah.
Bro, can you imagine pirates on bikes? That would be terrifying. They can
It's
now
like,
get
I've
around
got
on
a
land
stadium
as well.
and I've got to walk down the ramp.
Not so much on that level of Rock Undertaker, but apparently, could be a bit of a surprise. Well, it will be a surprise. Apparently, the Iconics are in town.
They're Australian too. That
They
would
are.
make sense.
That'd be cool.
Nice to see them back.
So you put Iconics down.
The Iconics.
That's right.
Yeah.
They weren't they with TNA most recently?
I think they were, yeah.
But I guess they've left there then.
Don't matter even if last pay per view, their
These
champion
days.
was in the match.
Oh no!
I'll
On
go with
27th of April, 2022, the Inspiration announced they will be indefinitely stepping away from in-ring action, ending their tenure with Impact Wrestling. So
I think one of them might be pregnant, so I can't see them getting involved in it too much.
still, haven't they been pregnant for years?
Being so.
Usually about 9 months, just because
I could have thought she was pregnant.
Smoot, what was you exactly going to say there? You mentioned my name, and I'm quite worried that you think I might think that people
No.
are pregnant for years.
No, we have a cameo guest here. Undertaker, Rock, Steve Austin.
I could see Undertaker coming out and choke slamming Grayson Waller or something.
Okay.
yeah, something's got to happen in that Waller effect, but I don't know what exactly.
Yeah, because if you've not got Roman and Rock there, or The Rock, then you can't see it just being a talking bit and nothing else happening.
They did advertise quite heavily as well. Punk, but
Yeah.
obviously he's not in
maybe.
a match. Could he take him? I mean, he could still be there, I suppose.
Okay.
How about Nathan Jones, the Colossus of Bogger Road?
Sure. Sure.
Sure.
Sure.
Nathan
Why
Jones.
not? Okay.
All right.
Moving on. Now, what did you want to talk about the shows? Well, sorry, not to interrupt.
No, we've got SmackDown. Well, I've got SmackDown on at the minute. They've done it on Raw as well. They've quite a lot of people have noticed this week a lot of the production changes from the now that Mr. Dunn is no longer with us. He's not dead. He's
Yeah, that's what you made it sound like he died. What the fuck?
So you went Pete Dunne there.
Yeah, no, the Dunn
He's
no
still
one likes.
So what's changed? Not so many camera cuts and shaking.
Yeah, there is that. There's
I noticed the transitions where you mentioned about how they do all the graphics
Yeah.
for the wrestler on who they're talking. I noticed that they use that for nearly everyone on the show I watched.
they're doing that quite a lot at the minute, yeah. But there was two things from Raw. They're doing this on SmackDown at the minute right now as well. Did it last week actually, but I thought it might have been a one-off thing. But they're doing it again. I'll send you a link now. They've basically toned down the on-screen look really quite a lot. You'll notice it straight away when I send you this link in a second. When I figure out how to use Skype. They've toned down the lights and it's all the ringside LEDs they're all quite plain. It's quite a good look. It's quite an old school look. I thought quite a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm going to say it feels like more of a focus of. It's like when they do the like the introductions for a championship match, don't they? They like dim the crowd down and they're focusing on who's in the ring is the main attraction.
Yeah. But yeah, there's no the dolly, the ring set, the LEDs are all. I mean, they're still there, obviously, but.
Am I right in thinking as well that the LEDs don't all move around either like normal?
No. They do for entrances. They still show the entrance stuff, but when
the
only thing that moves is the you know what you call it, the ribbon, I suppose, around the top, the raw thing that sort of doesn't move as such. It sort of animates. It's like a gloss goes over it slightly.
Makes it look more like the video game now.
Yeah.
The thing I was illustrating is that somebody pointed out in this comment here is like the USA logo and all that's up in the corner now.
Yeah, they've done that when we get the Fox feed on TNT, and it's similar now, but they've done they've got it next to each other. They've got the Fox logos to the left of the WWE logo.
And also, there's no white dot. Oh wait, there we go. Now it is. All right, there it is. But yeah, it looks. I mean, it's kind of given like what was it, Raw Dark or whatever, when they were trying that, or Raw Underground, a bit of a similar vibe.
It is quite good. It's if you remember when not so long ago, fairly recently, that they had lights all over the crowd and everyone looked red and.
It was like Sin Cara all over again.
Well, even like the bloody house shows that we had over here when they put the big bloody light on you. Plenty of times when you're completely blinded, sat in the crowd thinking, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, definitely. There was I've seen two camera shots which I thought were quite cool. Which we never we're getting a lot of new stuff as well that you wouldn't know. We haven't got. One thing I know as well, which I don't think they did last year. They're doing the game coming out soon.
Yeah.
They were throwing up the official ratings as people were coming out.
Huh.
Which is a nice little touch.
I noticed on
cool.
SmackDown last week they were arguing about Logan Paul and the Miz's ratings and why Logan Paul's was a lot higher.
God. Are they really having like a dick fight over the ratings? Because that's stupid.
No, it was just the commentators. It wasn't the actual.
Oh, okay.
They were just talking about it while they were wrestling. Like, as part
There's
of
one of the new. I mean, they're not really new, but they're just different. I thought it was kind of good. You don't normally see things like this.
From the outside in.
Walk into a door that was shut, then.
Yeah. Oh, they do this in like Nashville at Tootsie's or whatever, where it's like the band playing inside and then they go outside. So that's kind of a reverse effect here. Okay.
A lot of people noticed as well that it looked absolutely packed in there.
I was gonna say, I'm sure they're doing that just to show that one side isn't topped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like poking fun at AEW.
Mm-hmm. It's cool though, because it's like you say, when you go to a show, it's like it is what you experience, isn't it, when you walk through the.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice representation of what it's like to just suddenly walk into an arena.
There was another shot, which I thought was good, but I thought they were gonna go. You'll see what I mean in a minute. They should have gone right round the ring, I thought, but it was still quite good anyway. There it is, the next one.
I like how. I guess I can pause it before. Here, I'll throw it up on the stream. I mean, I can't play the video obviously because otherwise WWE will claim it.
Yeah.
But, like, moments before they go in, like there's this lady that's coming out of where that camera goes to, and if she just would have like held on, just like held her ground, I wonder what would have happened. Because like,
just stayed there.
Yeah, there she is. Yeah, and then she gets out of the way, and then
she could have ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, she could have ruined the entire thing there. Yeah,
killed it.
Would have been hilarious. Let me take a look.
This one's a similar shot, but I thought it would have even made it. It was quite cool anyway, but I thought it would have been cool if they'd gone right round the ring.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were, but they stopped.
That is pretty cool.
Who's that interfering in the match? Oh, it's just the camera guy. I still say they should have the Nitro platform for the camera people. I think that's... I don't know. There's something about that's always been, like up close into the action. I know they've been teasing it with the steps and things like that, but still, it should be making a comeback. This is kind of a thumbs down on AEW. I don't know when they did this, but like they got rid of the corner cams. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like a few months back, like I don't know when exactly. I know they pointed it out on Twitter, but like they ditched the corner camera angle, which is a shame because I thought that was kind of of a unique perspective. And WWE tried it at one point, and they ditched it after like a couple of months, and then AEW.
There was always really low quality footage though on those cameras.
I guess.
You could always tell it was like it looked a bit shitty, like a security cam or something. It was a cool look, like kind of inside the ring that you don't usually get, but I think maybe.
Seeing a lot of people say though that it seems to be that WWE right now is sort of toning down their production a little bit.
Good.
Whereas AEW are going totally the other way. They're doing what we were doing a couple of years ago, putting LEDs and everything. And
yeah, which I mean, look, if I wanted that, I'd be watching WWE. That's the thing.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it just seems to be a carbon copy at the minute, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Especially with the title graphics as well.
Yeah. Did I see as well that Tony Khan said they're going to be getting a new set after Revolution?
Oh, Jesus.
So, I don't know what they're doing again. You've had about 4 in about a year, haven't you?
I mean...
Keep changing it.
We were doing the bit with the, the esports commentator desk and how off-center the TVs were. And that was... they almost made it a full year before they finally got their act together and framed everything perfectly. And then they moved the fucking table to ringside.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, it's also in the same spot as, like, where the Raw and SmackDown announcers are. It's just... I don't know, man. It does feel like a carbon copy. Which is a shame, because it's not gonna... Are you trying to, like, bamboozle people into thinking, oh, this is WWE, they're all elite?
Mm.
You know?
And also, just with WWE have even changed. There seems to be a bit less in your face. Even the Titantron, it's obviously one big screen these days, isn't it? Even that's gone darker. It's like it's just a bit less sort of in your face. I think.
Is it for the entirety of the show or just the third hour?
No, whole show, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe they're trying to... Yeah, maybe they're just trying to focus on the in-ring action, which, you know... If Vince was still in charge, he'd be like, no, we gotta glitz and glam it up, pal.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's sports entertainment, goddammit. But since Triple H is in charge, I can believe them, wanting to tone down everything and things like that.
Or if you remember the old NXT, the original, the black and gold NXT, they call it.
Yeah.
That was very sort of... There wasn't much about that, was it, in terms of look? It was just very sort of basic and...
Yeah, just focused on the in-ring action, because they dug in the crowd immensely.
Exactly, yeah.
Doing that.
And obviously that worked out great back then. A lot of people say that was still, one of the best era of NXT.
Yeah. I'm sure it still holds up to some people as well.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, just one last production point.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm actually going to give AEW a bit of credit here.
I was going to say we can get into the thumbs up, thumbs down here in just a few seconds.
There's an AEW bit that I kind of liked how they did this.
Yeah, I see why people like it and whatnot. You're talking about the half color, half black and white split.
Yeah.
I like it, but I feel like they're overdoing it.
Did you see the one where they went back and forth, one camera swinging back and forth from the ring to where she was at ringside? She was at, on the announce table.
Yeah.
And they would swing it and go from color to place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it at first because I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. But now they're, like, overkilling it. And it makes me just like, okay, that's nice.
It seems like they're really trying to come up with new ways to do it. Like, it's a thing they've got to get in there.
Yeah.
She, Tony Storm on Instagram cut a promo and said something along the lines of like, oh, you want mind games? I can make mind Monopoly, mind Parcheesi. And then said something about the only thing you'll be winning is a labiaplasty.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, which I was like, whoa. What kind
That's
of
the
match
other thing.
are they
She always
having?
has to find some, like, weird thing to say.
Yeah.
She's
From like the 1920s, from the vaudeville era.
I don't know if they did labiaplasties back in the 1920s.
I don't think they did either.
No.
I'll play it for you after the show. But I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's a pretty cool effect. I appreciate that they're trying to do new things with it, but like I said, they're overkilling it, I feel. And like the match should be about the rivalry and everything, not hey, we can make half the screen black and white in real time. Please watch
when you think
show.
about it, it's a fairly basic effect, and they put
yeah.
I get works. I kind of like that.
Anyway, let's get into the thumbs up, thumbs down here.
Oh, before we do,
jeez.
And hey, this might give you some ideas for your thumbs ups and thumbs downs.
I have them listed out already.
What?
But what I was going to type in, yeah.
Where your thumbs are going.
Yeah. I took notes.
The Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards came out today. So if you've seen any.
I did see some of this actually,
yeah. Will Ospreay wins Wrestler of the Year ahead of Cody Rhodes. Well, yeah. He also won Most Outstanding. Overwhelmingly too. Brian Downey's in a distant second. Some MMA shit. Tag Team of the Year. Who would you have said as Tag Team of the Year?
I actually don't know.
What is that in? What, male, female, or anyone? Or
I assume it's anyone, but it's all male.
I'd go FTR.
Would you? Because that's FTR won, but where have they been? They've had a great year. Like Owens and Zayn came second. They should have won it.
They haven't been featured, but I mean, you could point at fucking All In at Wembley, I guess, if you really wanted to go there.
I did go there.
I know you did, but I'm saying like for like a as like a hey, this is a proving point of why there should be the Tag Team of the Year candidates or whatever.
Yeah, they did win that match, so yeah, okay, fair enough. They won it. Best on interviews. Who was the best promo of the year?
That's a good question.
I'd say Seth Rollins.
No,
he didn't even make the top 5.
Yeah, no, he's awful.
Wow.
All he does is cackle and dress horribly. What the fuck? He's not a good promo at all.
He did a good promo on Raw.
So, yeah, maybe I'm thinking more recently.
This is really 2023, I think. It's calendar year as far as I know.
Okay. Past year.
Because MJF is really good?
Until he got into like the whole babyface shtick. Which might have been...
Then he was pretty good. So, number 5, Cody Rhodes. I think it's probably fair. He's good. 4, John Moxley. Pretty good.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Bit samey, but good. 3 is Christian Cage.
No,
I don't know if he's the third best.
No.
2 was MJF. Number 1 was Eddie Kingston.
What? Okay, all right.
I can see that.
He's a good talker, but he's not the best talker of the... And his whole gimmick this last year has been that he doesn't like doing interviews. Promotion of the year, WWE wins big time. Although
did I see that's the first time they've won it in like 20 years?
A long time, yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Best weekly TV show is Dynamite.
That's debatable, pal.
No,
it wasn't even close. Dynamite beat out Collision. SmackDown was 3rd.
I wouldn't even... Collision's not even number 2. No, fuck that.
No.
Collision should be number 2, I know. But...
I just said Smack... Well, again, it's more recently, though. Maybe people aren't taking into account.
Yeah. Match of the year, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay. And they also got second as well. Second one of them.
Boo.
MJF, Bryan Danielson came 3rd. I guess that was their Iron Man.
Previous Revolution, yeah.
Swerve and Adam Page. That would have been their Texas Death Match, I think. FTR versus Jay White and Juice Robinson in 5th. That was pretty good, surprisingly good match out of nowhere. Anyway, I wanted to bring this up because there was some stuff. Generally, WWE did really good did really well, I should say. Most improved Julia Hart. Most charismatic MJF. Bryan Danielson Award won by Bryan Danielson. Well, not. Best brawler is John Moxley. Best non-wrestler Don Callis beats Paul Heyman. Most overrated Roman Reigns is in second. Moonlight Sonata wins that one. Underrated Chad Gable again. He wins it every year. There was something I wanted to bring up. Worst television announcer. Who do you think would be the worst television announcer?
Worst.
Jim Ross.
Jim Ross is number 3. He
He
would have got my vote.
Kevin Patrick.
Kevin Patrick was number 2. Oh, can you do it? Can you get there?
Golly. Oh, jeez. It's gonna be a special guest.
You haven't gone straight for Michael Cole.
No, he's been doing all right. What the hell?
He's been doing much better. Yeah. Corey Graves in 5th, Michael Cole in 4th. The worst television announcer of the year, as voted by the Wrestling Observer, is Booker T.
Oh, wow. Because he calls NXT. Because he calls NXT. Yeah. I would give it to Kevin Patrick, I think, over Booker T. Because at least Booker T is still employed. You know?
That could be going against him, though. You have to listen to him. He's bad. At least you can ignore Kevin Patrick wherever he is.
Shucky Ducky Quack Quack is still funny.
Best major wrestling show was Revolution, apparently, and the worst was Crown Jewel. Best wrestling maneuver, Will Ospreay, Hidden Blade. Most disgusting promotional tactic. I don't know why this is an award that they've still done.
I know one for this year.
Yeah, well, it's the same one as last year.
What was it?
WWE enabling Vince McMahon and him being back in power, and keeping him in position of power.
What do you want to talk about? No, seriously, this is not a laughing matter at all.
Yeah. Number 2 was WWE's continued relationship with Saudi Arabia, and number 4 was Power Slap, continuing on TV after Dana White slapped his wife. Worst television show.
God.
That actually happened, yeah.
Oh.
Worst television show was NWA Power, second was Raw, and third was NXT. Somehow WWE still got promotion of the year, despite having terrible television shows. Worst match of the year.
Oh, that's a stumper.
Don't see candidates for that.
There are a few candidates.
I can't think of any offhand.
You're gonna have to lay it on me. I'll just be like, oh, I remember that, or I don't remember that.
When you hear it, you will all go, oh, yeah, okay. Number 5 was Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler. That would have been Rousey's last match. That's pretty bad. Number 4, Baron Corbin, Gable Steveson. That would have been in NXT. So I didn't see it. Number 3 was
shit too.
Yeah. Number 3 was Shane McMahon / Snoop Dogg versus The Miz.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I remember that one.
Is that a match?
Yeah, the bell rang, Beans. The bell rang.
Well, only if The Rock won it when he beat Eric Rowan that time. Then if it counts.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Did
That
it?
was a match.
Yeah.
I don't know if he won worst match. Probably not worst, but it counted as a match. Worst match, number 2, Tyrus versus EC3. Didn't see that. Did you see it?
No, that one's fair because like they were hyping it on like Fox News and whatnot, and I was like, are we really doing this? Yeah, they were hyping the matchup on Fox News. I don't know on what program, but they had like a split screen.
Is that a bad news day for Donald Trump? That one.
Yeah, I guess because he wasn't being
he's
talked
getting quite
about.
a lot of those lately.
Yeah.
The worst match of the year award goes to Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight.
Oh.
In that lights out match.
Oh, come on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bit unfair. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, well, there were plenty of matches that were poor. I want to put that in it.
I think that gets shit on for the sponsorship thing a lot. Yeah.
The lights out, the
lights out stuff.
Whatever it was, yeah.
That's pretty poor. Uva, how do you win this and lose it?
What, this award stuff is voted by Wrestling Observer subscribers.
Wow.
That I disagree with.
You felt that it was appropriate to put Bray Wyatt in a category for an award like that.
I don't know if it was. I don't think it's shortlisted. I think people just write in what they think is the worst match, and that was a fairly bad match, which was very high profile.
Did the fucking Logan Paul KSI Prime bottle
the Prime match?
Yeah, did that happen this year?
That bad.
No,
that was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that should have been on the list. That should have been like a top 5 candidate. Like, I'm sure. Look, I don't watch WWE that much anymore, but like, I'm sure if I, continuously watch the product religiously, like I used to, I could fucking cherry pick like all of these other matches and things like that to be like, yeah, these were way worse.
That's the problem with these things. It always seems to go to a match that was on a pay-per-view that was really bad. It's never just like some random women's match on NXT and they're both too green, but they're there to make the numbers up or whatever. It's probably you're right.
How's Nia Jax not on this list somewhere?
Exactly.
Nia Jax could well be on it, exactly. Worst feud of the year is MJF versus the Devil.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Bad.
No, here's the thing. The Devil group, if you will, the Undisputed Kingdom, waited until his fucking contract ran out to finally reveal themselves as the bad guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that's not...
Is MJF still gone from...
Yes. He's not appeared. He's not on the listed roster page. They don't mention him that much, other than like, in like a historical purpose of like, hey, back in this day, this MJF faced CM Punk in a dog collar match. I don't know. Like, unless it's like that, they don't really focus on it. That whole angle. That you could have had such a better reveal, and it is something that I don't think anybody looks good in a net positive coming out of it. I feel Adam Cole's still injured, and he still kind of looks like a goof. Everybody. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm supposed to treat a bunch of nerds seriously here after they waited until a guy's contract to run out, but to take the title off of him? No. Fuck out of here with that.
The Devil also won the worst gimmick.
Fair enough.
Tony Storm won best gimmick. But yeah, so I think this is why I brought it up. I knew there was something in here somewhere. MJF versus the Devil is where I'm pinpointing the turnaround in AEW. Like, I'm watching it week to week now, and especially Collision, but also Dynamite. There's just nothing going on. There's nothing. There's no main event storyline that is. It's just like there's nothing. MJF was carrying that show for a long time, and he had about 4 different storylines all going on. Then he gets injured. They take him out because he needs a rest. They give the belt to Samoa Joe, and that's maybe fine. But it's like they then rushed this Adam Cole return because obviously he's not ready to come back yet. So that fell flat. MJF is off. They're both injured now, so they can't have this like confrontation or feud that they should be having.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff, what has been carrying the show, MJF's record title reign over a year, has built up to basically nothing.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to start again with Samoa Joe being involved in an existing feud between Swerve and Hangman, and it's just not very. There's nothing very good going on. And so that's my thumbs down for this week.
Okay.
Mainly because of, I think it's because of MJF and the Devil. Really, that AEW is just not what it used to be. Felt like it was a thumbs up not long ago when I was saying that everyone I was interested in AEW was on the show and in a reasonably interesting feud. The matches were good, promos were good, everything was kind of chugging along really nicely, and now it's completely the opposite. Everything is just grounded to a halt.
I do agree that the company isn't what it used to be. Very agreeable points there for sure.
You're not the only one I've heard say this recently as well. A lot of people seem to be saying it's just.
Look,
that's all from me. I swear.
Yeah.
I don't listen to anything else.
I said this a couple of months ago. The honeymoon period for AEW is over.
Yeah.
I thought they'd done really well though, because there was a honeymoon period in like the first year.
Yeah.
And they had Chris Jericho as champion, and it kind of made sense. It's a little bit disappointing with his Jericho, but okay, name recognition in that. And then they moved it to Jon Moxley, who is like a slightly less name value guy, but still name value. And then Kenny Omega the same. Like if you follow wrestling, he's a big deal, but outside fans, probably casual fans, wouldn't necessarily know him. And then they finally put it on Hangman, like the AEW guy. And then MJF as well. It's like, okay, we're now back to where, we're building our own guys, and it's all going quite nicely. I feel like they kind of got out of the honeymoon thing, and they were flying on their own, merit, if that's a phrase. And
well, I think even if you go back as recently as All In last year, I mean, coming out of that, there was a bit of a buzz around AEW. And then they've just a lot of people seem to be saying that they've just sort of cooled off a big time. There's not that buzz around it anymore. I don't think probably wasn't helped the fact that on the other side WWE have just improved tenfold. If you think. Yeah.
I don't know. There has to be one or the other. They could both be doing good TV.
Oh no, I'm not big into this. Especially on Twitter, you see it all the time. This sort of tribalism,
has to be one or the other.
I don't believe into that, but I think at the same time you've got, I don't think it helps that your big competition's doing great.
Yeah, maybe. I just think without MJF especially, but Adam Cole is out, but kind of there and looking a bit weak, and his guys aren't impressing anyone.
No.
I don't know what Jon Moxley's doing. He's just having matches every week, and they're fine, but he's not really got any direction.
Same with
Bryan Danielson's never there, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And then who else do you want to see? Like who's interesting right now? Miro's disappeared again.
Yeah.
Where's Miro? God damn it. There's just no one with any heat right now. So,
I think. I know he's been injured, so they can't really help that. But I think they've ruined Adam Cole.
Yeah, I agree.
If you look back when in NXT, he was a big star. He was undisputed era.
Yep.
And then okay, I know he's been injured, so you can't really do nothing about that. But I don't know. I just think he's not who he was at all.
Him injuring himself after that stage dive, like something with that company and fucking diving off stages is just cursed.
Yeah, it really is.
Especially when the ramp changes like week to week, or at least it used to. For some of the smaller venues, they had that elevated aisleway.
So no one really wanted to see him turn heel. They liked the tag thing with MJF, so
that's why I feel like they prolonged it.
Yeah, they did. They were clearly going to do a turn and then didn't do it. So that's great. But then I guess they felt like they needed something to write MJF out, and this is what they went with. And maybe it could have worked if they still had MJF to do the feud. And for Adam Cole to have a top-level opponent to do his heel stuff with. If he could work and he had MJF around, maybe it wouldn't be quite so bad. But as it is, we've got Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy. It's not good. It's not as good.
Yeah. I still, I don't know what it is, but part of me still thinks that he's not, like, MJF is still not with the company.
Apparently he's still contracted as far as I know.
Well,
just taking time off.
Supposedly.
Well, we'll see.
I think there's a bigger thing going on there than what's currently to be believed. But we'll see. I do agree with that.
Staying on AEW for a second, didn't
Yeah, go ahead.
Tony Khan once said quite a while ago that they don't need writers in AEW? Pretty sure that
I
was a quote.
disagree.
If he said that, he is 100% wrong.
Pretty sure he said that not long after AEW started.
He did, I remember that, yeah.
Well, he's gone back on his word because they've just hired this week. You probably won't recognise the name because I didn't. Jennifer Pepperman. She's now Vice President of Content Development. She was formerly on the creative team in WWE. So, they don't need writers, but they just hired one.
Jennifer Pepperman, there she is holding a Golden Globe.
Yeah, she's done Hollywood stuff as well, yeah.
Yeah, she's like she wrote for like soap operas and things like that. So, you know, writing for a wrestling show shouldn't be that big of a problem for her.
It was an Emmy, not a Golden Globe. It was an Emmy. Still, okay.
Who's counting, you know? I got a big thumbs down. I'm sick of time limit draws.
They do another one?
Yeah, they did one on Dynamite this past Wednesday.
Oh man,
it was FTR and I think BCC, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're not gonna want to do one.
And this is like the second one in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They did one in the Swerve.
Yeah, it was BCC and FTR. I was right. Yeah, I'm tired of it. Stop doing time limit draws, please. Otherwise, I'm just gonna I'll put fucking time limit draw in a permanent space here on the box. Like, I fucking can't stand that shit. Nobody goes to a sporting event and says, "Boy, I sure hope both of these teams tie."
No, that's true. No one wants to see it, but as part of a bigger story, it could, you know. Sometimes a fight has to go to a indecisive something to build up the next step.
It does not.
But yeah, you're right. No one wants to see it, but it can happen in boxing, MMA. You know, real fights. It can happen. It's unlikely. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen. It's just it's one of them things. Go somewhere.
Yeah, here's another one that's a major thumbs down for me. So yeah, Madison Rayne takes this move from Deonna Purrazzo the wrong way, and she lands right on her fucking noggin here. For whatever reason, they replay it, and it's like the move of the night.
That's the move of the night.
And they don't even know if, like, hey, is Madison okay? Apparently, after the match, you know, medical personnel that were attending to her, they don't even get an update to make sure that she's A-okay. No, let's just put a fucking sponsor on a replay. I don't know. That was pretty fucking tasteless for me.
Yeah, that's not good.
So, yeah.
Right, I've got one. Dave Meltzer.
Oh, man.
He's let himself down twice in the last 2 weeks. Twice. Yeah, 2 weeks.
I thought you were gonna go into heel rock mode. Then well, you say you can like it or you can not like it. You damn well will respect it.
So, two big things. Last week, actually, he was talking about the WrestleMania press conference. And then obviously the thing with The Rock and Triple H happened a little bit backstage. And then that clip that we actually watched, I think, last week, where the clip from about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Where The Rock and Triple H backstage. A little bit of a skit, really, a little bit of a funny thing. some reason, Dave Meltzer thought that was filmed after the Mania press conference.
Yeah.
Despite the fact both men had aged for 10 years since.
I was going to say, it literally was 10 years ago as well, wasn't it? Not more, actually.
And he knows damn well that Triple H cannot wrestle anymore because
Exactly.
his heart will explode. and The Rock has other things to do.
But no, I think he said something about it was filmed after this conference but wasn't shown on TV. All over social media, and literally everyone was like, no, this was 10 years ago, Dave.
Talk about. No, seriously, this is not a laughing matter at all.
And then, I don't know what I mean, I've never really bought into the Dave Meltzer. I think he's a stooge, to be honest.
You're a hack!
Let me find this tweet, sorry, I should have had this ready. I think it was yesterday. So there was a story that Hangman got injured on Dynamite. He'd apparently done something to his ankle.
God.
He
I'm not even a huge Hangman fan these days, but he's one of the bigger things they've got at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you throw, that's my tweet, but it's not my. I just linked to the. I think it was Wrestle Purist account.
Okay.
So that was his first message, that first one, where he said he'd heard that Hangman had broke his ankle.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. And then literally a couple of hours later,
Injury was an angle, and he was fine once he got backstage. Just could be working to a show now, but upon returning to the backstage area, Hangman was completely fine. Wow, he worked an injury. Oh man.
exactly.
Imagine.
Yeah,
Dave,
I agree. Dave, I think might be like he needs a vacation or something.
It sounds like he's going through the Jim Ross phase of his career.
I think he might be. Yeah.
Where he just stops caring.
And that's like a concern for JR, like how he was not getting things right.
It's like the thing with after the thing with The Rock and Cody on SmackDown before the press conference, and I think during that week he came up with every possibility that could happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a tag match, it's going to be a triple threat, it's going to be a fatal four-way. It's literally everything. It's all possibility. He just, I don't know. Anyone who pays for him they need to have worked themselves.
Jocks?
I haven't paid for him for a few years now. I don't even pirate him anymore. Because it was just too much. There's too much content, and they talked about UFC too much. I don't know. Last I heard of him, he was still entertaining enough. But there was something I can't even really pinpoint what it was. But yeah, he was. He hasn't been the guy to go to for scoops for a long time.
No.
He doesn't break like the insider news very often at all because he seems to want to get sources. He's trying to run it like an actual news site now, where he wants to get 2 sources or whatever before he'll actually say anything. In that
Unless
time,
it's a promo
someone
from
will
2014.
Well, yeah, exactly. It takes him 10 years to talk about that. Does he not remember it? That was on Raw 10 years ago.
No, it was on Thingy, wasn't it? It was at WrestleMania. Oh yeah, it was,
it
after the Mania, weren't it? When Rousey got involved for the first time.
Yeah.
It was the week before the 15th anniversary, was it, for SmackDown?
SmackDown, yeah. Cause I think
You
Rock
would have watched it at the
that.
time.
Yeah.
He was going on about going out to eat or whatever, weren't he?
Yeah,
That's
at the
right,
end of it, yeah.
I mean, you could kind of understand that. Okay, yeah, obviously The Rock and Triple H had the thing on the show, So, if you're looking at it and you think, oh yeah, maybe that was that, but then all you got to do is watch it and go, they're 10 years younger than they were last night. Plus the fact that Stephanie was there, she hasn't been seen for
She hasn't
years.
been around, yeah.
If only they got a shot of Triple H's legs.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Beans, what do you have for a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Thumbs up. I'll go with The Rock being heel.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I think they did a good job on changing it all up from the reaction on SmackDown. Him doing the old school promos of calling everyone trailer park trash was quite nostalgic.
That was going to be my thumbs up too. I thought that it's unpopular these days, but I think doing the stereotyping in Salt Lake City, calling everyone Mormons and telling them to go home to their 8 wives or whatever, that you don't really get that anymore because it's kind of trashy or you don't really do stereotypes anymore. But he did, and everyone loved it, and it really worked. So I think there's something to be said. Like, I know you got to handle it in the right way, but sometimes it's better than saying your local sports team sucks.
Yeah, and Utah is full of weirdos that have multiple wives.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
They know it. it's okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. And I did have a thumbs down, and I've forgotten what the hell it was. Tag team name, Pete Dunne.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what it is, the Catch Society.
That's the one.
You catch Republic. Yeah.
Don't think it's going to catch on.
Hey!
Where's my fucking drum?
Look, I'm one man, okay? I can only do... There. I can only do so much, Beans. Calm down.
I love how you could sense the tension of pushing to try and get this damn...
Jeez Louise.
I apologise.
That's alright.
I feel like that's really diluted the drum that I got earlier. Which I think I earned, and that one was
shit.
A pity rim shot.
For me, a thumbs up goes to Dynamite having 2 women's matches on the show. Will.
Thumbs up, yeah, I wouldn't say The Rock, but yeah, someone else has. What else was? I go for the original one. We'll go for the production changes on WWE.
Good call.
Seems to be going in the right direction. Speaking of The Rock, by the way, did you notice a few picked up on this? Did you see the full promo he did on SmackDown last week?
I saw the still where when he puts the finger up in the air, he puts an L.
I was going to mention. Oh no, there was that one, yeah. A lot of people said he wants to join the Bang Bang Gang.
The Bang Bang Scissor Gang. That'd be a hell of a crossover. Holy shit.
But no, there was another picture before that where he's supposedly talking to Cody Rhodes through the camera.
Yeah.
And he said something along the lines of, he's gonna make sure that he leaves WrestleMania as a loser. But a lot of people pointed out that as he's doing this, he's pointing, his hands moving as he's talking. And literally as he says, you will leave WrestleMania as a loser, he's pointing towards Roman Reigns.
Huh.
So people have thought, Triple H loves a little cryptic clue, doesn't he? So,
yeah.
I love the the whole hypocrisy as well as the typical heel. Like, he called Cody Rhodes for having his chance last year and failing, and it doesn't work where you just come in and take a spot kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like everything that he was obviously doing before all this change he was calling him for. It was like, hypocrite. It's like, he was going on about sports teams, like, San Francisco just lost the Super Bowl. They can't come round and just say,
we want a rematch and let's go again for the Super Bowl because we didn't win the first time round. You
Somehow-
have to earn it. And I was
somehow
like, you're
forgetting
saying that Cody Rhodes needs to earn the main event when he's won the Rumble.
Just won the Rumble, exactly. He didn't do that. He lost last year, and then he did go to the back of the line. Won the Rumble.
You be a man. You build yourself back up and you come back and you earn it. And I thought that's exactly what he's just done.
And then he gave it to you.
Yeah.
Did you
It did
also
make me
see...
chuckle as you were going on. I was just like, he's obviously aware of how ridiculous it is, but it just... Yeah.
I don't know how, if it was planned or if it was a slip or what, but he also referred to the Bloodline being the most dominant duo in sport, in all of entertainment. When obviously there's 4 of them.
Yeah, did actually, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know how Solo and Jimmy, assuming he was talking about Roman, I don't know how Solo and Jimmy will feel about that.
Yeah. So maybe at WrestleMania.
Thinking anyway.
So maybe at WrestleMania, like Rock's in Roman's corner. They're doing the whole bloodline shtick or whatever. Ref takes a bump, and then Rock gets in, hits Roman with like a chair, and the greatest hits of like the people's elbow, rock bottom, yada yada.
There is just because he apparently
he'll make it so it's fair game, won't he? Like they'll do the same thing where Solo comes in. And
that too, yeah.
He'll end up taking them all out, won't he? So that Cody gets Roman to himself.
He said a few
Cody
times
finishes
during
the
this. Yeah, he said a few times during this whole thing, man. He said it on SmackDown as well. This might be the end. Cody's not going to finish the story. This is the end of his story. And this is the beginning of the Bloodlines story or something. So,
I've been watching the product for the last 4 years.
A few people have thought that maybe that they're gonna. Obviously, it seems that he might be turning on Roman at Mania. But there's this. Did they do what did they do with Cena and do a year build for next Mania? The Rock and Roman. They finally do it then.
Where's next year gonna be?
They haven't announced it yet. That's the other thing.
I think that determines whether or not they hype it up. Is the location.
But he did say as well when he came back for the press conference thing. He said, "Keep going on about this. It's a long game, didn't he?" Kept saying that. So
it's a long game where nobody's getting younger.
It's a long game. That's definitely a reference to the 10-year-old thing that you did with Triple H, right? It's a game.
That's it, huh?
It's a long, slow build.
It's a joke on Dave
That's where
Meltzer.
they're going.
But it does seem. I think they've actually as well. They've already announced he's going to be on SmackDown next week as well. So it does seem he's going to be around for a little bit. If leading to Mania at least anyway. But
I mean,
maybe
it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, now
gonna
he's
be on the board now as well.
And stuff. Yeah, it's like, how much is he? Is he looking to possibly take a bit of a step back from films and stuff, or reduce his schedule on that side a bit, or?
Yeah. There was something about Raw I meant to mention. I'll find the bit I was going to talk about. No, can't find it.
Alrighty.
There we go. Sorry, found it. Sorry.
Found it. Okay.
So they were in Anaheim, in
California,
I believe.
Yes.
Go
Ducks.
Now this was the first time they'd actually done this since the merger, but they had the UFC were in the same arena on the Saturday.
Oh yeah.
So apparently they're going to be doing this quite a lot now. They're going to be doing like double shows, UFC and then Raw on the Monday. And they had I was trying to find the guy's name because I don't watch UFC very well. UFC Michael Chandler was in the crowd, and they actually went over to him and some reason gave him a microphone, and he called out Conor McGregor.
Well, I mean, it's TKO. They own UFC and WWE.
It seems to be the first sort of sign of this merger on TV, I thought. And apparently there was all kinds of UFC guys backstage as well. Apparently all the TKO board were there as well.
Oh, wow.
So, and the Netflix guys, they actually showed them on screen as well.
I'm interested in seeing how that move transitions, because I don't know if it's going to be a good one. I'm
kind of interested to see what they're going to do in October, because Raw finishes on USA in October.
Yeah.
But the new deal doesn't start till January.
Yeah.
So what happens in the meantime?
That's a good question. Alrighty.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. That'd be hilarious.
It's true.
Okay. Well, there we go. Before we run into the actual pay-per-view time here, I think it's time for us to mosey on out of here. We should be back next week for our normal time slot for the review show, and then also, I believe AEW Revolutions next week on a Sunday. I think
it's Sunday, is it?
Yeah. And Sting cut like a really good promo. I remember people were kind of raving about it. I saw it and I was like, okay, that's nice. Also, Ric Flair was on the show, so he deserves to be in the box for a thumbs down. And he was complaining. He was doing a worked promo about how he wasn't happy about not being featured on the show as much, and how Sting hasn't been, with him as much as he has as Darby. And then after that, he goes into the Bucks' locker room to talk business, so he's probably gonna cost Sting the tag titles to them on next Sunday. And that's how Sting retires, yada yada yada.
Speaking of Flair and The Rock, actually, apparently The Rock's company, is it $7 something?
Yeah.
They're making a film about Ric Flair. Which I thought was interesting, considering he's on the other side. He's not dead, he works for AEW.
Yeah. The entire thing is just a biography on him, but he's not actually there or in it. It'd be kind of funny.
Not even call Ric Flair in it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back next week. Enjoy your weekend, and hopefully we beat SmackDown in the ratings this week. We'll tape SmackDown. Take care, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you next time. Good night.